Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with more WOR. This time around we're here for round 8, I think, of the season, maybe round 9 actually. No, I've said that, yes, round 9 of the season here from Saudi Arabia. We've got our second sprint weekend of the campaign, and of course the championship fight is really starting, well, behind MEJ, is really starting to spice up. There are 5 races to go, including this one here tonight. MEJ, of course, leading the championship, 177 point seats. I mean, he can't wrap it up yet, but I think next week he could start closing this thing down. Barn is still in P2 on 81. Nail is still in P3 on 71. Then Risks on 66. I am still on 56, of course, after the disaster that was Bahrain last time. We did have a crazy battle late on in the day, but not many points scored. However, Saudi, I feel like this could theoretically be a track that suits me quite well. So we'll see how this one goes. Get yourself subscribed. Make sure you leave a like as well if you're going to enjoy. And yeah, we've got a sprint race and a 50% race. Things are only going to go well. As long as we don't get any rain here in Saudi Arabia, that would always be a nice way to start the weekend. But I don't know who it was over at WOR. It was probably Luke, who decided we were going to get a sprint race around one of the craziest tracks on the calendar, because of course then all it means is we all get riled up and then have to do another 25 laps around Jeddah. But I'm running a fairly risky setup, it feels like, for this one. Very, very low downforce. Of course, you need that low downforce around this track, but it's just how low you're willing to push it. And for me this weekend, the answer is very, very low. Hopefully, it'll give us some good top-end speed. That means we can try and fight our way around other cars. But first of all, I need to get a qualifying lap dialed in. And this week, I really, really need to concentrate. Rounding through the final corner then to finish off my first laps. Felt pretty tidy, not too bad as a first time on the board as we head up towards start-finish line. Thomas set the pace so far. I go purple, but we've got Risks, I think, behind us, who, yeah, will immediately jump down into the 28s. He's always very, very quick. But to only be half second away just over, I'll take on the first run. No, oh my.
Okay? That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
I went for a second run on the tyres. Oh, that is so annoying. And I did that at Baku as well in the other sprint weekend, didn't I? Well, I'm going to sit around and watch other people toot around for another 10 minutes. Well done, Matt. Oh, Nail. See, if he didn't give me so much stick last week, that wouldn't have gone in the edit. But as he did, that's going in. I'm making sure of it. oh, Crisp suddenly on pole. That's up to him. 28-0 with a mental lap around this circuit. And we're starting P11 then. So hopefully we can try and get back inside. I mean, at least back onto the sprint race points. But I mean, we're not too far away still, I feel like. Obviously, when you take into account the worst track conditions that we had, I reckon we've still got good pace here. It's just about not doing anything stupid. Right, well, 9 laps then ahead of us. It is going to be frantic racing here in the Saudi sprint. Starting on the mediums, I think everyone. There might be a few people, actually, that gamble onto a set of the soft compound tyres. But I have remembered this week that it obviously just jumped straight into the race. I'm not going to be stuck trying to put my gloves on as we get ready to start this one. But just first lap or so is going to be about trying to keep it clean and tidy. There will be a lot of mistakes from other cars this evening, just like we saw at Baku. Let's try and get a good result here in the sprint first of all. Keep it clean, keep it tidy, don't get taken out, please. That's all I ask. So, and away we go. Of course, everyone trying to put the power down on the mediums. That looks like Trap's got a brilliant start on the inside, in towards the first corner. We'll try and go late on the brakes, see if we can get around a couple of people. And a little bit of contact there with our teammate. And I don't think we've really gained anything then as we head off the first couple of turns there. Trap's still looking for moves as we head down in towards... Oh, there's cars everywhere. I've been absolutely collected. And what on earth is that? I got shoved with the force of 1,000 suns, and I think we've got a safety car then. You know what? We're at the back of the field. Let's bolt on some softs. No idea what that was for lap 1. That was just ridiculous. Had to slam on the brakes because there was a car in front of me that I didn't know whether it would ghost. And just like 4 cars went into the back of me. Right, well, let's see if anyone up then towards the front of the field takes the gamble onto the softs. Doesn't look like people are. Like I said, we've got very little to lose. We're right at the rear of the field, so we're going to peel into the pits as well as a handful of other cars that maybe had damage. Got to be so careful with the white lines around here because you can easily pick up a penalty. So yeah, we might pick up a couple of spots then, but we're going to be restarting right towards the rear there. It looks like Jordan also picked up some damage in all of that, and Amber Bale. So bolt on the softs, get out there as quickly as we can. We're going to be behind Jordan, so I think we've lost 1 place by doing this. That's not too bad. There's a car in the wall under safety car. Don't quite get how that works, but that AlphaTauri is in a world of hurt. I think that was Ivo. I don't know what's happened there. I think we've still got Hotspeed who's disconnected. So I think that might be causing a bit of chaos. Right, safety car in then at the end of 3. We've looked after the tyres rather nicely. Now's the time to try and build a bit of temperature into them. Join everyone else in the weaving there. But yeah, 6 laps to go in this sprint. There is still plenty of time to try and make up some places and of course hope that maybe other drivers make some errors as well. I'm expecting risks to go pretty quickly, but honestly looking at that mini-map it doesn't look like he has. I think now we're going green flag racing once again then here in Saudi Arabia. Hopefully that Nascar isn't going to cause too much carnage as we head back down towards someone that don't really want to try and move on Jordan. This team already recommending a new strat. We'll just take it nice and easy off this restart there as Hotspeed, yeah, like I said, still disconnected. So hopefully we'll pick up some places there. Looks like Nail running slowly. Always nice when you can't see where you're going because there's a ghosted Hascar literally where you are there, as you can just see already. Jordan picking up places. Oh, where's Nail going? I'll try and get the run on him. I think off this corner. Let's get to the inside. He is going to move out of the way. So we're back up then into P12 already. Ferrari and then Jordan just up in front. I want to try and get to the points there as careful whoever's trying to look to my inside. I could just see the Ferrari all over the road there and I was hoping Niels couldn't do anything. Right, come on, let's try and push on. Get the tyres up to scrub and get going. Definitely more battles going on up the road as we head back down in towards turn 1. Trap there losing a couple of places as Jordan picks off another one. He's going to try and have a look past, I think it's Manny. The first couple of turns, but yeah, we've still just got Niels applying pressure to myself with Spike waiting in the wings. I just don't want to do what I did in qualifying again. That's what I'm so scared of at the moment. So still not racing at 100%. Whoa, car bottomed out there. Was really just trying to catch the slide at the right time, make sure it fired us off the corner. So yeah, I think this setup might be just a bit too loose and lively around this circuit. Jordan then has picked himself back into the points. That's where I want to be. Niels again seems to have supreme confidence off that corner. Trap though struggling as we head down the back straight. We're going to show the nose to the inside.
Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay.
And that's our sprint race over. Love that. Down the inside on quicker, softer tyres and just squeezes me. Nowhere we can go and Niels collects me. Right, here we are then, ready for the Saudi Arabian GP proper. Sprint race and qualifying have been an absolute disaster. I'm going to start on the hards and just try and survive the main event here today. There's going to be more carnage. There's going to be more chaos. Hopefully we can just pick our way through and try and pick up a few points. You know, definitely starting to feel with the luck I've had recently that any slim sort of championship hopes of a decent result are slowly but surely coming away from me. We've got a lot of points to overhaul, but, you know, if there's ever time for a miracle, maybe, just maybe, Saudi Arabia can be the chance of a venue to provide it. Starting P17 then right at the back of the field, 5 red lights. Hangs the lights out and away we go. Just got to try and keep it clean and tidy on the run in towards turn 1. Like I said, I'm just happy to sit at the back, to be honest, early on there as Niels giving Amber Bale a bit of a squeeze. I think Trap's been turned around down at turn 1 as well, so we'll just try and pick up a couple of spots off the first couple of turns there. And the Bale's still having a look around the outside. There's more carnage. Whoa, like 3 cars have gone in there into each other, and suddenly I'm up to P12 then. How that's not been, well, never mind a safety car, not even a VSC. I will never quite understand, but we've got away with it. There's another car off. There's another 2 cars off. We're into the points. I don't know how we're into the points, but we're into the points. And it looks like now we've got a VSC. That was quite chaotic for a start. There we go. VSC coming to an end. Just try and keep pace up. Make sure we don't lose any delta. I was about a second away from my delta there as we head down in towards the final couple of turns, but looks like we're going to survive lap 1 then of this race. And like I said, making pretty good progress there. Back up straight into the top 10. Of course, very, very lucky that we're back into the top 10, but Barney leads the way. Neil's having a pit there as well. So we're into P9 then by the end of lap 1. Zomba just in front. Looks like my teammate is at peel in as well. Let's just now settle down and get on with it. First warning, got to be really careful of those. So easy to pick them up around here. But of course, if you get a late safety car or something like that, then they can really come back to haunt you. Got more cars retiring though. Niels is out. Is that another VSC? We're getting a VSC once a lap apparently. Just about got it back into the green there, but I got a horrible run out of the final corner. We got Chris into the pits as well then, so now we're into 8th. Yeah, we lost out a lot there. DRS now has been enabled. We got another rage quit. People are not enjoying Saudi. Zomba's binned it. That'll be another one then. P7 then. So we're at 10 places in 3 laps so far in this race. But now we've got quite a lot of space up to the cars in front. Trap's still just behind me. Don't really want him getting close if I can avoid it. Let's just try and get on with our own race. Looks like Demi's binned it. Please don't unghost. Oh, he did unghost, but luckily he stays out of the way. Good observation skills there from the Haas, and that's another place gain then early on. Oh, second warning up. We can't get away with any more of those. That is... Oh.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against that finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head
I knew I was going to get one at some point, picking up 2 warnings in 4 laps, but I wasn't expecting it to be that soon. That is really bad driving. See a little bit of front wing out of the final corner. I wonder if one of those 2 in front of me has just slapped the wall, as Demi is able to stay close, but doesn't really seem to be able to apply much pressure at this stage of the afternoon. Might just be sort of sitting back, seeing how things unfold. But we just need to try and break him out of the DRS. That's got to be the big goal. Oh, there we go. Demi behind me. He's picked up a 3-second penalty as well. We are still closing in on Jordan and Nail up the road, but not at a rapid rate of knots. Jordan, I think, might have been the one that picked up the damage. He's losing a little bit of time through the corners, but that corner I'm just always struggling. Oh, hello flags. Someone's got issues. Oh, it's Demi behind me. Seems to have gone round, so clearly trying to apply a lot of pressure to myself still, but rather surprisingly, I've not been the one that's cracked for a change. Jordan as well, definitely still struggling in front of me, but I want to try and start closing in on Nail. Yeah, Jordan's definitely picked up damage there. Pops over the exit curbing out of the corner, of course, where Schumacher binned it in real life, but hopefully we can try and move our way past the McLaren sooner rather than later. Yeah, I think he must have just whacked that wall with the right-hand side of his front wing, so hopefully he's not going to put up too much of a fight in this battle either. There, if you could just see how much earlier able to get on the throttle. We'll get to the inside. Come on, mate. Give me some room. Like a bit of an unnecessary squeeze, but does finally walk back out of it as I have to hop over the curbing. He's going to try and get the run back at the inside of me off the corner. Keep the nose there. You know what, we'll take the DRS actually. Thank you very much. Just got the DRS there as Zomba's gone. Bit of a lock up from Jordan through the final turn, but hopefully we should be able to put the power down as we start lap 10 of 25. MEJ into the pits then, so he's gone for the alternate strategy there, and are we going to get right the way around Jordan? Yes, we are. Just make sure we get the car slowed down at turn 1, and now we're up to P4. Nail though, 4 seconds up the road. I've got to really start pushing if I want to close up to that Williams. Well, I'm definitely running a lot less downforce than Nail, taking a lot of time out of him down the straights, but now we're just going to try and hang on through the twisty bits. It's interesting to know though. Ready for the long term, as MEJ's on mediums. That is going to be a stretch and a half to get those to the flag. Wonder if he picked up damage and had to pit. Oh, Demi's gone. Another retirement. Down to many cars left in this race, just 12 of us still running from 18 that started, and I think 1 or 2 more might have disconnected. So it really has, I mean, rather unsurprisingly, been a race of attrition. There was Barney into the pits. The end of 11. Is he going mediums to the end? It seems awfully early. No, I think he's now going hards to the end. So that is either a forced pit stop for MEJ or one of the biggest gambles I've ever seen. Ah, I lost time there and still picked up another penalty. This is really not been my night so far. 6 seconds worth of pens is absolutely appalling. We've got to try and keep pushing up towards Nail though. But yeah, I don't know how vulnerable that might leave me towards the end of the race. So frustrating. Just especially in ones like that where you lose time. But it is what it is, we've just got to crack on. Corner cutting has certainly been something I've tried to be very consistent with this year and not doing it. But yeah, a race like this, around a track like this, unfortunately we've really just let the standards slip slightly as risks into the pits, Nail into the pits. So I'm actually going to lead this race. Albeit very shortly, we're going to dive in at the end of this one. Well, we have basically gone from last to first in this race, but unfortunately now I've got to be the one that makes a pit stop. I'm not going to give Barney any extra slipstream that I absolutely have to. Just make sure we keep it between the white lines, get the car slowed down, and into the pits we go. That was actually fairly clean and tidy for a change. Happy with that one, but yeah, I think we're pretty much confined to P6 in this race. Jordan, I think, also had a penalty. It's hot speed there. I don't know what hot speed's doing, to be completely honest. He's into the pits though, so it's not going to make much difference. Nice and tidy on pit exit. I'd still love to try and get up to Nail by the end, but of course, yeah, with the penalties, I'm not really going to get to him as such. I think we're pretty safe though from track behind, as long as I don't do anything crazy. See, I love moments like that. You nick the wall, you lift off, you still run wide, and it still goes down. That's a warning, mate. There we go. Track behind us with a penalty as well. Jordan behind him with 2 penalties, so I think we are confined to P5. Like I said, unless something crazy goes down, which I'm not really expecting. However, everyone has been trading fastest laps over the last couple, so let's see if we can try and take fastest lap for myself. They're up over the line, 30.3. I think that puts us a 10th behind Jordan, and that's my 1 attempt at that gone as well there, and we've used so much battery to try and get it. Well, 5 laps to go then of this race. Top 3 now are all over each other right at the front of the field. I've got no idea how MEJ's tyres are going as far as they are, but I'm kind of looking at the gap to Jordan and track behind me, wondering if we could try and pit late on to snooper away the fastest lap bonus points. Jordan has got 9 seconds worth of penalties. Trap's only got 6. So of course I have to make sure that I don't get any more warnings either. But it's just food for thought whether it's worth trying to gamble for a couple of extra points, or 1 extra point, sorry, should I say. As long as I know I could get back to this position. We're definitely not going to close up on Nail. I guess the only other thing I could really... I don't think it's likely at all, but of course Barney, MEJ and Risks could come together, but don't think that's likely. Trap now over 20 seconds behind, so we should be able to come out ahead of him anyway. You know what's like that, a bit of risk every once in a while there, although MEJ now losing the place to Risks at the front. Let's bolt on a fresh set of soft compound tyres to see us through to the end of this GP and try and poach myself a fastest lap bonus point there. Of course, all we got to do is make sure I don't get a warning, because then we just need to be within 3 seconds of Jordan. It's still a bit risky, but you know what? Gotta go for it sometimes. Come on. Nice, tidy pit stop. And let's just save some battery on this lap. And make sure we stay within 3 seconds. I'm so stupid. So stupid. We might still be able to get him, to be fair, on this final lap, but that might just be throwing away a point rather than gaining one. Final lap then, here from Saudi Arabia. Let's try and get this fast lap bonus point and get back up to Jordan. Oh no, Barney's binned it. I'd better not be throwing away a potential podium.
resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car. Okay, so the
Well, heartbreak for Barney then on the final lap of the race, but now this is for P4.
Caution! Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 1.7 seconds. Green flag.
This is going to come down right to the wire between myself and Jordan. I've got to save some battery. Should have so much more grip though out of this final corner. Come on, we've got to try and get the run. Not convinced we'll do it, but we'll try and get the run towards the line. Drain the battery. I can't believe I've done that. Oh, we do get the fast lap bonus point still, but a 10th in it. Come the checkered flag. It would have only been P4 anyway, so it's not like I've thrown away a podium in that one. But yeah, it would have been 12 points instead of 11. So unless I lose to someone in the championship by a single point, then it's not going to make too much difference there. But I can't believe Barney on the final lap there. MEJ comes through just, behind Risks, who takes the win. Nail gets that podium ahead of Jordan and myself. They're trapping sixth ahead of Thomas, Hotspeed and Amber Bale. The final car still out there running, so it really was a race of attrition. But thank you all so much for watching nonetheless. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and I think I'm going to go take a shower.